So the cues for this one, I'll take your basketball. The cues for this one was, you're gonna do this to the side of which this hand can like grab the head. If he falls to this side, it's gonna be kind of hard for him to reach with his left arm behind my head here, right? Let's say if I'm here, like this. The escape was, he's gonna square his hips up right here, and then say if my head is still shoving. He's gonna grab the back of my head like so, and now as he uses his feet to clear this hook, he's gonna be walking this direction, and then clearing his head out, right? So this is what I call the RKO escape, okay? But if the head is cleared, right? Like if I'm here and we fall sideways, if his head is here, there's no need to reach for the back of the head and try to do the escape. Right here, he might as well just slide out and get his left elbow inside, okay? So.
Hey, Sob right here. I'm sorry for interrupting you watching this video. I have great news. You can watch at Atos BJJ on demand right now, 100% free. You go on the weekly series. We have like pretty much courses every week about the techniques that we teach you at Atos headquarters. Go there right now in the description below, click on the link, and then you're gonna go straight forward to our weekly series category. And then right there, you're gonna click and you're gonna watch the first class 100% free, 100% free, okay? And please, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, okay, on our channel. And I appreciate that. Keep watching. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Os.
Rule of thumb, right, is if the hand is choking on top, my finger's pointing this direction, so he should look to the elbow. If he looks to the elbow, then he has a lot more room to breathe. The more he rotates and looks to the other direction to my hand, see, he's gonna choke himself here, right? So it's important you guys recognize that, and I know it's always easier said than done, but stay calm in that situation, right? Again, always easier said than done. But what makes it easier is just being in that position, not often, but enough to where you are familiar in that territory, to where you are comfortable and stuff like that. Like for example, like when you are playing guard, you know, you're not comfortable at first because you don't know what to do. But eventually over time, as you rep it out, go through like trial and error, eventually you get comfortable and it's like just another day, okay? The other thing we talked about too is if I happen to bring him this way here, right, he happens to fall, but I'll use my foot to try and scoop him to the other side, okay? Now this is a bad situation for Paulo here because then I have this choking hand on top and I can just sit up to my elbow and close that space, okay? So the goal with this one is basically he's gonna grab my arm and bring his head over and like comb his head here. Now I can't choke. Now probably the next risk he has is me trying to go like Kimura trap or arm bar, or even too, I can like go to like my hamstring sometimes, depending on how loose or how weak his grip is. But right here, he's pulling my arm down and it's difficult for me to do anything. I wouldn't want him to fall to this side if he has it here, right? Because if he just falls to this side, then we're just gonna stay in the back, okay? Now I can start fighting the hands and then start working Kimura traps and then transferring to like arm bars. So if he was to have this 2-on-1, right? You see how he has it on the wrist? The next thing he can do too is grab my tricep with his other hand. Yeah, and now pull down here. Because now once he's here, he can start using this bottom hand of his to free the hooks here. Yeah, and now he can use his hand and then use his legs here, okay? I like to use this kind of setup to like counter his counters if my grip is kind of loose and he has grips on the sleeve and triceps. As we fall to this side, right? As I scoop, he can also bring his head, like push my elbow up to the ceiling and then start walking this direction. And then now my back defense or my back offense is not really there. Now right here, if you notice, he paused on my leg, right? This bottom leg here. It's hard for me to come up, right? So more than likely, I want him in between my legs, so I'll probably keep my foot here. Now for me, I'll probably try to grab the sleeve, peel, and then try to come up. But even if I do this, he has his frame inside, right? Now, he has a great opportunity to land in a really strong sweeping, back-taking submission position, right? As soon as I take my leg out, he's going to replenish his space with this leg here. And then now, he's in good sweeping position. He's in single leg X, he can sweep, take my back, he can attack the foot, he can attack the foot to the knee, and work from there, okay? So it's also good to recognize that if you're out of positions, you're not like, or if you get out of a position like this, you do have opportunities to counterattack right away, okay? Now here's another thing too that happens when, so today just like back escape review is, like what happened here is I landed here, let's say he cones my arm over, and then we're like this, okay? We talked about too the positioning of our hips, see how both our hips are in the same line. He needs to be able to slide out, so I'm gonna close my feet here, right? Exactly, even if I close my feet, he can continue to slide out towards my feet here. And it's harder and harder for me to keep the back, okay? So you guys are trying to escape the back, try not to stay in the same hip line, okay? Now let's talk about like the body triangle, okay? If I'm here and I have the body triangle, it's really hard for him to get out because now my legs are encased, he's encased in my legs, and it's difficult, okay? So now his next bet is to, of course, you guys are always hand fighting, wherever you are always hand fighting, him and myself. Because I'm trying to clear his hands here to attack the neck or arms, while he's trying to defend my hands and work from here, okay? Now, when you guys are in the body triangle, there's different ways to escape, but I feel like the easiest one to do, not the easiest one, but yeah, I would say the easiest one is to use his top leg behind and then start bringing his knee forward. So again, as if I'm here, he's going to use his quad to go on my calf to push my legs forward like this. Okay? From here, see how I'm like this? He's going to kick his left leg back and then forward, and then my hook comes forward here. Now once he's here, he can start working that hip rotation we talk about all the time. Here. And now right here, the next thing he has to worry about is his chest to my back, or my chest to his back. Is if he allows me to keep my chest to his back, I'm always going to stay in this back situation. He needs to start working to get his elbow inside. Right, sorry here. Now right here, look, he's already anticipating my movement, right? Now, if all else fails and I bring my leg behind and force half guard, just do not let your knees stay away from your chest, because then if I come up, I'm just going to land chest on chest here. So already anticipate by like blocking your head, and then look, he already has his frames. So by the time I'm progressing upward, he's already defending here, okay? And again too, this would be a good position for you on bottom to like counterattack. Like, he can get this grip on the collar or this one here, and like start pulling myself inside and then start elevating me, and then going to the legs, right? Any questions so far? No? From here, of course, he's defending. He's using that left leg back and then bringing my legs forward. See, my goal in my position now is to try and keep this hook across, right? And at the same time, he's always bringing his head looking to the elbow. Because again, if he doesn't look to the elbow, I'm just going to stay here, right? Now, as he rotates out a little bit, this is so uncomfortable here, okay? And now, again, since he's pinning my leg, my bottom leg, this one here, I'm in a tough situation because I have to decide, am I going to stay up or am I going to stay down? If I know I want to stay down, I'll just lock my legs and I'll start pulling him to me. Because if anything, I want to be in close guard and be in control. I don't want to have him come up and then him be free, right? Especially this guy right here. If he's free, good luck. Good luck. Okay? So that's why, again, like, as you're here, you both have time. Maybe, too, you can try and re-counter, but he can then, also, too, he can use his free hand, his forehand, to, like, pry my foot. So you see how, like, he's pushing here? If I was Paulinho, I would grab my top foot, like, do, like, a toe hold on my top foot. Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay. Yeah, grab on top of my foot. Okay. Yeah, pull it to you. Yeah, like this. You see, now my lock is undone. Go back. See, try it again. Yeah, see, it's hard for me. My ankle compared to his whole arm is a lot much weaker than his. And now if my feet is the other way, exactly the heel, right? So if it's here, boom. If it's here, toes. Okay? Another thing too is like, say if we fall to the side, right? And I'm trying to do Like if your person's like being reckless and just doing like a big chest escape here, he has the opportunity to take his head out, right? Another thing too Paulinho could do is, since he has this here, right, is as he escapes to this side, he can also run the other way and start doing like a dart here. Yeah, okay. Oh. Okay. I like doing the darts more if we're on the underhook side, right? Because if I'm here, let's say he combs his head with my arm, like this, look, he's already in that position. So as he squares up his hips and he runs away, look, he's already there. Oh. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, and I think too, like guys, being in the back, I was talking to someone in the 6M today about side control. It's similar, you know, you gotta like understand that you're not always gonna bust out of it. You're not. Maybe you can, maybe not, but a lot of the time it's like being controlled and waiting for that moment. But you have to claim your grips and claim your territory, because if not, then they're just gonna progress more and more and more. Okay? I know there's this like choke defense too that people like to do, where like if I'm here, they'll pull the collar down, and it'll break the grip, right? If I start here and he does this and I just loosen it up, look at my hand height. It went way higher here. Right now, if he lets go, look, now it's a lot more tighter. So there are situations where maybe you can use this to like pop it, but if you're here like low and you're panicking and you grab pull down, it's just gonna cinch it even higher. I always welcome people to do this for me. Like I don't mind them grabbing the collar. Now there's a difference, right? Now let's say if I'm here and I go to this side, but he puts his left hand on this collar. Now I'm meeting his elbow to the mat. Bring your elbow to the mat. You see, now his hand is stopping it, right? It doesn't mean you're out, but it does slow the process of you getting choked out a little bit. But even here, you can see if his hand is here, it's hard for me because he's keeping this collar here. For me, if he lets go of this, I want to bring his collar back. So him being here by holding it like this and keeping his hand close to my pinky, like this, right? It's not choking you, but it's pressure. But then again, I can transition. I can do this to him. So now my whole body weight is gonna fight him here. Okay? One more thing too is like, again, try to bring your head to the other side. Don't allow them to like control the head positioning. Because if I'm here again, I think this is the best way to understand it. Like if I'm shoving his head, I'm letting him rest. So he needs to bring his head to the other side, right? That's like too, if like I'm here and I fall to this side, but he can also use his feet to like, yeah, now he's gonna bring his head opposite side. Okay? So one more time like that. As if like we're here and he knows I want to go this way, but he's gonna bring his left foot forward. And look, he's not gonna stay here. Does he stay here? Yeah, exactly. And then now I'm gonna try him out because it's hard, because he already has his frames inside. Okay? Any questions? What's up, Dad?
Is that body triangle defense, is that the most efficient? Like,
That's the word I was looking for, yeah. Yeah.
typical.
Yeah, because there's other ones too, you know, like if I have my body triangle here, the other thing too is like him just bringing him to the other side. And like now if he like walks forward, see now my foot is flat and then I can't really have like a lock on his hips. But also too, I see people like get to this body triangle and then Paulinho will hook my foot. Other way. Yeah, other way. No, bring your foot this way. Okay. Yeah, like this, and they'll bring it, they'll hook him here. You're just trapping yourself. Like, this is not gonna get you out. If anything, maybe myself will tap to the ankle lock, but even still, it's easier for me to just undo that. Okay? So what we're gonna do now is, you're just gonna play from the back. You're gonna switch every 5 escapes. The person, if you feel like they're not aware of their head positioning, just give them a little like tug on the neck, or even a little can opener on the neck as well, just so they're like, oh shoot, and then they start going from there. Okay, so that was just back take review from the week, and then that's about it. Okay, so yeah, I'll switch on your own, I'll have a timer, and then we're gonna switch partners in like 5-6 minutes. Cool? One more thing. You guys can also too, you don't have to start from the back. You can like pass your partner's guard if you want, and then take the back. You can start in the turtle position, take your partner's back, and then have them work from there, right? Just have fun, play with it, and then be creative. Cool? 1, 2, 3.